Anyone can improve their LSAT score with the right approach, and I've developed a framework that I think can help increase any LSAT score. For background, I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I've helped literally thousands of students improve their LSAT scores significantly by 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 points or more. Of course, it depends on how long you're studying for the LSAT in terms of number of months, as well as how much time you're putting in per day and per week. So I'm going to give you a general framework that you can adapt to your situation, no matter where you're starting and no matter what your goal score is. I'll break this down into two parts, whether you're new to the LSAT or you've been at this for a while. First off, if you're new to the LSAT, don't try to do it all in just 1 month. Just don't do it. This is not a test that you can cram for. If you're taking the LSAT in a month, I'd recommend postponing to a later date to allow much more time to achieve your fullest potential. But if you wanted to take it in a month, ideally you've got nothing but time to study for the LSAT. Here's how I'd walk through it using my LASER approach to LSAT prep. LASER is an acronym standing for Learning, Accuracy, Sections, Exams, and Review, and it's the foundation underlying any of my LSAT study plans. If you've got just 4 weeks, 1 month till the LSAT, you'll spend your first week on learning the basics of the LSAT, focusing on the lowest hanging fruit, the most common question types. For example, in logical reasoning, you'd focus on necessary assumption questions, inference questions, and flaw questions. I wouldn't have you focusing on any rare question types since every question is worth the same. In reading comp, I'd focus on the lowest hanging fruit there, getting the main idea down, focusing on the general global questions like main idea, primary purpose, passage organization, title, tone, author's opinion. The questions involving details and supporting examples, you can always go back to those and find them when you need to. Anyway, that's week 1 is the learning phase. Week 2, we move on to accuracy, drilling questions by type to better understand the proper perspective from which to view each section and each question type. In week 3, we're shifting gears to individual timed sections to work on our pacing. We're working on how we allocate our time over the course of the section, when to speed up, when to slow down. For reference here in logical reasoning, the questions are presented in a general order of difficulty from easy to hard. So we're going to focus on knocking out the easy questions first at a relatively faster pace, then slowing down for the tougher questions that truly need it. So week 3 is focusing on pacing with S for sections in the LASER approach. We've covered learning, we've covered accuracy, we've covered sections. Week 4, the final week before the test, we're focusing on exams, doing full-length timed practice tests to work on endurance. You don't want to have your accuracy drop in the 4th section just because you're fatigued, and so building up endurance with full exams is really important. You can't do nothing but individual sections that in 35 minutes at a time, then suddenly do 4 sections back to back on test day. You're going to be exhausted, and so I want you doing several timed exams in the final week. Maybe you're doing an exam every other day, then of course taking the day before off to rest. Now, this is not the lazy approach, this is the LASER approach. So after covering L for learning, A for accuracy, S for sections, E for exams, we're not neglecting review, which is the most important part here. You're mixing this in throughout the 4 weeks. Any question you get wrong, any question you have difficulty with, you want to slow down, analyze it in depth. Which mistakes are you making so that, of course, you can avoid making those same mistakes again? Which tricks and traps are uniquely prone to falling for on the test? Is there a certain question type, a certain method of reasoning? You want to slow down, analyze that in depth. Maybe you drill it on the side here and there, in addition to doing your full-length timed practice tests. Now, of course, if you've been studying for a while, the learning and accuracy phases are already taken care of. Now it's time to shift gears and move on to timed sections, exams, and review. Every week it's going to be the same. You're going to focus on taking an exam, reviewing it, taking a couple sections, reviewing those, taking another exam, reviewing that, and taking a day off each week because, of course, you don't want to burn out. Of course, if you discover any weak areas, you can drill those on the side. And of course, you're taking the day before off the exam to rest. So there you have it, folks, the LASER approach to LSAT prep. This is, of course, a general framework. You can adapt it for your particular situation, but this really does work because it helps you build the foundation first. If you're just taking practice tests without reviewing them, if you're taking practice tests without learning the basics first, of course, you're just churning and burning through valuable practice tests. And so, of course, slowing it down is the name of the game. And if you'd like my support in creating your own personalized day-by-day study plan, that's something we do for all of our students at LSAT Unplugged, whether you're taking a one-on-one coaching program or you're a member of our small group coaching program. Either way, we're glad to help you out on the path to 170 plus. You can check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And if you found the video helpful, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for these videos. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out. And so your sharing a link to this video really does make a difference. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.